Good morning. As you watch this video, I'm actually in China ministering there, and I just really would urge you to pray for me. But I wanted to make an important announcement. I want you to take out this insert, if you would, out of your bulletin regarding our super baptism service coming up on April 29th. We've done this several times in the past where we've had as many as 90 people be baptized on one Sunday, and I expect we're going to have even more on April the 29th. So take this out. I want to talk just a little bit about baptism with you. Because baptism is Christianity's initiation rite. Now, it's much more than that, but it includes this idea that once a person admits their sin and repents and turns to Jesus Christ as their Savior and their Lord, that there is a public step for them to take to let the world know that they're a follower of Jesus Christ. In a way, baptism separates the tire kickers from the buyers. Baptism has always stood as a do you mean it or don't you mean it test. You make no mistake about it, it's one thing to, in the privacy of your own heart, to admit that you're a sinner and you need a Savior. That's quite another thing to go public in front of hundreds of people up on this platform and say, because of what Christ has done for me, I stand before you today to say how grateful I am and that I'm a part of the family of God, and that I will do my best to dedicate myself from this day forward to be a follower of Jesus Christ. In fact, I'd like to remind you what Jesus said to some would-be followers in Mark chapter 8. Let me read to you Mark 8, starting in verse 34. And he summoned the crowd with his disciples and said to them, if anyone wishes to come after me, he must deny himself, take up his cross, and follow me. For whoever wishes to save his life will lose it. But whoever loses his life for my sake and the gospel's will save it. For what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and forfeit his soul? For what will a man give in exchange for his soul? For whoever is ashamed of me and my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, the Son of Man will also be ashamed of him when he comes in the glory of his Father with the holy angels. I mean, Jesus clearly wants his followers to go public. He doesn't want his followers to be ashamed to admit that they are his disciples. Now that ups the ante quite a bit, doesn't it? I mean, it makes you do a gut check. I mean, it's one thing to say, in secret that you're his follower. It's another thing to go public. Because once you go public, it's pretty hard to turn back, which is precisely part of the purpose of baptism. It has built-in accountability. So once a person really goes forward and says they really mean it, there's accountability there for them to follow through on it. And then you no longer hang out in the shadows and become a closet Christian or even a counterfeit Christian. Which is it? What's more, right before his ascension, Jesus ordered his disciples and all Christian leaders down through the ages to challenge believers to go public and be baptized. No matter what culture they come from, no matter what belief system they come out of, no matter how threatening it is to some and no matter how humbling it is to others, it is a universal command to be baptized if you're a follower of Jesus Christ. Baptism is the initiatory rite of the Christian. In fact, it's part of the Great Commission. And so, again, let me point your attention to this insert. April 29th is going to be a super baptism service, and many of you are going to want to be part of this. So I urge you, take this out, fill it out, put it in the offering box, and we're going to have an awesome time, and you're going to be so glad you did. God bless you. I look forward to seeing you when I get back, and I love you more than you can know. God bless you.